Hi everyone, Brian Valerio, VP in the Proxy Solicitation Group at Alliance Advisors. I'm back with another corporate governance alert. So today I'm going to talk about the SEC's proposed changes to the 13F reporting threshold. We've talked about this in the past, but I wanted to update you all on some recent developments and some analysis that Goldman Sachs has recently completed on this proposed change. So let's start with what the proposal is, a little refresher on this. This is the proposed plan that would raise the reporting threshold from $100 million to $3.5 billion in assets under management, so that the new proposed rule would only require investors who have $3.5 billion or more of assets under management to file the quarterly 13F ownership disclosure information. So what happened recently was that Goldman Sachs reviewed about 2,000 or so comment letters that were submitted to the SEC and the research found that approximately 99% opposed the change. This falls in line with what we've been seeing. There had been a lot of stiff opposition to this proposal, so it's only fitting that that was actually played out with the comment letters that were submitted to the SEC on it. So what Goldman did was, as I said, they went through and they looked at these comment letters to analyze if they were in favor of the proposal or against the proposal, and overwhelmingly the letters were against it. And essentially, there are two real unintended consequences that have led to a lot of the opposition for this proposal. The first is that it would quote-unquote lead to like a disappearance, is what we're calling it at Alliance, the disappearance of activist investors that have less than $3.5 billion in assets under management, because they would no longer be required to file under this 13F quarterly report. The second would be there would be an overall decrease in the number of institutions that are required or would be required to publicly disclose their ownership positions. And this would then cause issues for issuers who want to conduct robust engagements with their large institutional investors so that they could solicit feedback and talk to them about changes to their corporate governance structures, programs, and executive compensation programs. So this would be a problem for those companies that actually want to go out and actively engage with their institutional investors, because they would have less information about who is in the stock and at what positions they are in the stock. So those are some of the big changes, or the big consequences to the changes that we see. And it's not that surprising that there has been so much negative sentiment towards this proposal due to these potentially harmful effects of it. So the other thing that was interesting about the Goldman research is that they essentially found, or their conclusion was, that they think that this proposal might be withdrawn due to all of this opposition and all of these unintended consequences. So this is something to keep an eye out for, and I will definitely keep an eye out for it and update you if there are any further developments on this proposal.